Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am making a delicious dinner today. It is vegetarian and I haven't made a pasta in a very long time and I didn't fancy anything Indian today. So I thought I'll make a pasta recipe for you guys as well. This is something that is very unusual, but it's the things that I like and I'm trying to make it into something which should taste absolutely fantastic. So I'll warn you, I haven't tried this recipe yet and I thought I will try it with you guys because that's more fun to see if it'll work. It will work. I am making a delicious cauliflower mascarpone cheese pasta. Absolutely awesome. In my head it's absolutely awesome. So I'm going to take a whole cauliflower and chop it into florets. Just cut out all the florets. And as you can see, I've got some really old bananas lying. No, I'm not putting it in the pasta, but while this is cooking, I'm going to prep some banana cake as well because I need to use that up. Right, so I'm going to cut it into bite-sized pieces because with the pasta, you wouldn't want it too big. So just chop it into kind of smallish pieces, smaller than what I would do if I was making a sabji. So the cauliflower goes in a baking tin. I have got the oven nice and hot at 200 C, 180 fan. I'm gonna get a couple of tablespoons. I'm using chili olive oil. You can use oil of your choice. I'm gonna use a sprinkling of salt to taste. I'm using half a teaspoon here. Also a good sprinkling of black pepper. Don't judge me, but I'm using some ready sun-dried tomato paste. Pesto. Yeah. You have to make your life easier when you can. So I am using some ready pesto. So I'm going to use 4 tablespoons of sun-dried tomato pesto, and all that's left to do is coat it well. So I am going to roast this for 30 minutes, and after 15 minutes I'm going to give it a good shake around so that the cauliflower is roasted evenly all over. And while this is cooking, I'm not going to go and sit down and have a cup of tea. I wish I was, but I'm not. I am going to get started on the sauce. I'm going to put this in the oven and get the sauce started. To make a nice lovely sauce, we need lots of garlic. So I am using around 7 to 8 cloves of garlic. Lovely. And I'm not going to chop it finely. I'm just going to thinly slice it. So once I have got rid of this skin, I am going to just slice them up. So once I've done the garlic, I'm going to finely chop up 1 onion, medium sized. I'm just using the red one because that's what I have at home right now. So yeah, if you want, you could use shallots. Whatever you have at home is good. Going to start with a little bit of olive oil. I'm using 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm also going to finely chop a red chili. I want some heat. Next, the onions. I'm only going to give this a couple of minutes just to let it soften. I don't want any color or anything. And once it's a bit softened, I'm going to add a tin of chopped tomatoes, 400 grams. Now I'm going to reduce the heat and I'm going to let this cook on slow heat because our cauliflower is cooking there. I'm going to let this cook on slow heat for 10 to 15 minutes. The timer for 15 minutes has just gone off. It smells incredible. Right, so here it is. You can see it's starting to get lovely color here and here. So which is why we need to kind of turn it over so that all the cauliflower gets a bit of charred, and I'm going to return this in the oven for another 15 minutes, and that is going to give us enough time to prep the sauce. So that is cooking for another 15 minutes. Here is the pasta sauce cooking. Here is the pasta water cooking. There's lots of oil happening because I've been testing some recipes, and this is my cameraman, which is Yuvi's lunch. He's warming up something I made yesterday. I'm moving on to the sauce. So I've got a pan of boiling water, and once you need to kind of let it bubble, I'm putting a good 2-3 teaspoons of salt. It needs to be like really salty like the sea. And once it's kind of bubbling away, I'm gonna put in, because it's dinner for 4, I'm adding 400 grams of pasta, and I'm using linguine today. I know it's unusual, but for this kind of dish I am just breaking the linguine into half, and I think this should take around 15 minutes to cook. It's been a total of half an hour, 30 minutes, and the cauliflower is done. So that is the cauliflower roasted, beautifully delicious, done. The sauce is looking fabulous. I have to say I added another tin of chopped tomatoes because I'm cooking for 4. One tin didn't seem enough. I'm cooking 2 tins of chopped tomatoes because that should be enough for 4 people. It's got a bit more sauce in it, and this has been cooking the same time as the cauliflower, so around 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and our pasta is almost ready as well. So all that's left to do is bring it together and add a few more flavors to make it extra special. Now when it comes to pasta, I have made pasta before. Sometimes people have agreed with me on YouTube and some people haven't agreed with me. I am not a big fan of al dente pasta. I don't want mushy pasta, but I don't want to kind of feel the slight crunch of the pasta. I want it cooked through is what I want, and everyone has their own preference, and I think that's fair enough. So that is how I like it. So I'm going to wait till the pasta is cooked through, which should take another 5 minutes, and obviously you can use any kind of pasta you want for this. So this sun-dried tomato pesto jar was 190 grams, and I added 4 tablespoons or 3 tablespoons, I can't remember, to the cauliflower. Now whatever is left in this, I'm gonna throw it into the tomatoes because that is going to give me more flavor. So it's a good thing because then that means that I have used up all the pesto jar. So there's nothing being wasted. Give it a good mix. And now I'm going to add a spoonful of this pasta water into the tomatoes and let it continue to cook. Look how beautiful it's looking. And this is also a good time to just taste seasoning because I've added the sauces. I haven't added any salt or pepper. I am going to go for 1 teaspoon of salt, and also going to add freshly ground black pepper to taste. I need lots of it. And it's time to throw in the cauliflower. And I'm also going to add 250 gram tub of mascarpone to this. And now I'm going to just get all of this together. My pasta should be ready in 2 minutes as well. Wow. Wow, that is amazing. I just need a spoon to start eating. God, beautiful. Just going to give it a minute to kind of heat through. There it is. Now stir it through. Now I am going to add the last bits of water that's left in there, and that way it doesn't dry out. Just a warning, don't wear white when cooking with tomatoes, especially splashing away. Oh my god, this looks awesome. You know, when you're cooking or when I am thinking about food and recipes, I've been thinking about this for so many days that I just had to try it. So I'm quite excited to now finally try it because, like I said, I haven't cooked this before. Let me get a nice plate and then I can sit down and eat it. And now just gonna stir up some basil. Obviously you don't have to if you don't want to. And another optional thing, but for me, is the chili oil. And a little bit of extra heat on top. Oh my god, that's so good. My son, who hates cauliflower, has just said something, was behind the camera. He's saying, I wish this cauliflower was chicken. And I understand his sentiments, but I absolutely love cauliflower, and one day I will change his opinion on cauliflower one day. But this, till then, you and us can enjoy this deliciousness. I really hope you will give this roasted cauliflower mascarpone cheese pasta a go. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button, and I'll see you back very soon with another new recipe. Bye.